Opie and Anthony pre-show with Sam Roberts.
That's right. Welcome to the pre-show. It's the Friday edition of the Opie and Anthony pre-show. We are live in the tiny studio next to the massive O&A studio as we get ready for the big show to start today. Call up 866-WOW1WOW, 866-969-1969. Be a part of everything we do here on the Opie and Anthony pre-show each and every morning before Opie and Anthony hit the airwaves. You know what we do. We talk about everything we're looking forward to hearing on today's show. It's going to be a funny show. Big guests. I'll get to that in a second. Also, go over everything that went down on yesterday's show to further the story and to make sure that once 6:30 a.m. hits, once it's half past the hour, we're all caught up on everything that's going on in the Opie and Anthony universe. And, you know, to be a part of the Opie and Anthony universe, it's not just listening to the radio show. It's listening to the full show. It's following the guys on Twitter. It's everything. So we want to make sure that once the show begins today, we're all on the same page. If you were on the same page as me, then you spent a lot of your afternoon yesterday thinking about Stanley. I was so glad that Jim's friend Stanley was referenced again on yesterday's show. Bob Kelly was in studio, and we were all talking about some of the things that we did as kids, some of the mischief that we got into. And, I mean, Jim was just, he was a bad person when he was a kid. He hung out with bad people. And it's amazing because on the show, we've heard about his parents. We've heard a voicemail from his mom before, and they seem like the sweetest people in the world. Little did they know the little hellion that they were raising. Jim got into one of his Stanley stories again yesterday, and it really, just the meanness of it tickled me. Let's take a listen to Jim's Stanley story.
A few years ago, Jimmy told a story about an old man with chocolate ice cream, and I don't remember the details of it, but I remember laughing my ass off, and I was wondering if you could tell that again.
Oh, it's with actually my buddy Stanley, who I've been in contact with.
Oh, I hate Stanley.
Stainless Steel.
Stanley.
Who he wants to meet up. I'm going to see him soon.
Wow.
He's a fucking steel bender, and I would hang out with him and his younger brother. And when I was 13, we would do mischief. And one of the times we decided, we were outside somewhere in a parking lot, and me and Mike were 13, and we found this fucking, like picture of like an empty dish of melted chocolate ice cream. So we're walking around in this parking lot looking at open car windows, and we found this open car window, and we took the melted ice cream and we dumped it all over. It was like what are those things, like the seat back covers? Like a fur seat back cover. Yeah. So we dumped it all over that and then laughed, and we came out of the store and we drove by their car, and there was an elderly couple standing in front of the car, and the old woman was wiping chocolate off her husband's back.
That's not right. I know that comes back to you.
He's wheezy laugh. I'm just remembering just him standing there and her wiping. The whole picture unfolded.
Exactly what happened.
We used to find.
Did you guys laugh? Were you?
Oh, we couldn't have been happier. It was even more than a laugh. It was the victory you feel. It was how Boston felt when they won the World Series.
Yeah.
And we used to go with margarine dishes full of oil. They had a pickup truck, and they would get like margarine, like a parquet tub of motor oil, and then we would look for cars with open windows and just dump it all over the dashboard and steer it.
Shit. Oh, is that fucking mean?
So we would dump it like on the inside of the windshield and all over the buttons and knobs.
Oh. I'd be so upset if I walked back to my car and there was motor oil all over the dash. But at the same time, I don't leave my window open. And if I saw somebody, if a friend of mine was pouring motor oil into cars, into the front seats, I'd be dying laughing. I'd be rolling on the floor laughing my ass off is what I'd be doing. When you see somebody doing something mean to somebody, and you're not connected with them at all, it's one of the greatest things you can experience. Maybe that makes me a bad person. I don't know for sure. Let's go to the phones here on the Opie and Anthony pre-show, 866-WOW1WOW, 866-969-1969. 1969. And we start this morning with Andy in Allentown. Welcome, Andy.
Hey, Sam. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, I got a great bit the guys can pull. You know how you guys have been talking about the apologies, the public apologies.
Mm-hmm.
The guys should hold a fake news conference and make an apology for nothing.
Okay, well, that all seems far too complicated. Opie and Anthony do not want to do anything after 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m., and that sounds like...
Or 6:30 to 10.
Or, yeah, I mean, or sometimes 6:30. Eric's taking shots in here. I'm not going to get behind it.
They're not going to do a press conference.
No, they're not going to do a press conference, but I am glad that caller brought up the apology thing. The new clock, the new countdown clock on the Opie and Anthony Show is, of course, the apology clock. We're saying, as a show, that we're not going to go through 10 days without some kind of public apology. We had to restart. We started this 2 days ago. Yesterday, we had to restart the clock. Right now, the record is set at 1 day. Yesterday, Shaq had to apologize for his incident. Let's go to track 5, E-Rock. This is Shaq's apology from yesterday.
Well, remember yesterday we started the apology clock?
Oh, yeah.
And what, we're going to try to go 10 days without someone apologizing?
Uh-oh, we didn't make it one day?
No. Shaq is apologizing for retard face.
He made a face mocking a man with obvious mental and physical problems.
Shaq apologized. What's the headline there, Sam?
Bottle doodle?
The headline is Shaq apologizes for mocking disabled fans' selfie.
Well, they should have said retard face.
Oh, boy.
Shaq apologizes for retard face.
It's the R word. You don't say that.
True.
He tweeted saying, made a new friend today when I called and apologized to Jamal Binion. Great dude.
He seems like a great dude.
Great dude.
I had the opportunity to talk to Jamal Binion yesterday and apologize about the post on Instagram.
What did he? I wonder what he said.
This is Shaq. I'm sorry.
This is Shaq. I made the stupid face. I'm sorry.
And that's the great conversation.
Yeah. What could he say? Like I apologize, and then did he have to tell him what he was thinking? Like,
right.
You was making a stupid face too,
but I didn't realize that you were, I
didn't realize you wasn't making a face.
Right.
Like my face, I was making the face.
That is your face.
I learned that it is
your
face.
See, you wake up in the morning, you look at that face.
I just make that face.
I make that face, and then I stop making the face. I'm Shaq.
I was being funny, but you was being you.
Yeah, right. You were being funny looking. I was being funny.
And now that I know that's how you really look, I apologize.
I apologize.
Yeah, how do you make that apology?
Yeah, because you got to say, here's what I was thinking.
Right. I was thinking that you were making funny face.
I thought you were making funny face.
So I decided to make my funny face. But now I see that you continue to make that funny face.
You don't stop making the face.
Right.
That's your face. It's made.
Yeah, that's a tough apology.
Oh, that's a rough one. Oh, Shaq.
I just didn't realize.
It really is a weird apology for the Shaq thing, because it's like, what could you possibly apologize for? You were making fun of a guy for having, like, what appeared to be a retard face. Like, you were making the traditional grade school playground retard face about a guy who was mentally disabled. So, I don't know, like, you can't say I didn't realize, or you can't, I guess you could just write, sorry, I didn't think you would find out about it. But you did, and then everybody else did, and now they're mad at me, so I'm sorry. It doesn't seem like a legit apology. Shaq balloon or no Shaq balloon. Lou in Jersey. What's up, Lou?
Good morning, Sammy. How are you?
Good.
You could reset that apology clock again.
Is that right?
Yes, that is. There's a paper in Oklahoma that had to apologize for calling Ken Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder Mr. Unreliable. If you read the article, it's disgusting. You can't even criticize.
Why did they apologize for, if he's not, if they don't find him to be reliable, why are they apologizing for calling him Mr. Unreliable?
Well, because the apology clock can't go more than 24 hours.
I guess we maybe 10 days was kind of a stretch. It sounds like, yeah maybe 1 day is what we need to set it at. Okay, well, we're going to find that apology, and we're going to go to the judges, Opie and Anthony and Jim, and see if indeed, I think Lou might be right, we have to reset the clock back and keep the record at 1 day.
The article was pretty harsh. It was pretty weak, the apology. It was ridiculous.
Oh, my God. Well, thanks, Lou.
All right.
I'll talk to you later. Snowy in Michigan.
Samuel, I'd like to apologize for calling. Yeah, oh, sorry. The Scott Steiner thing yesterday cracked me up because, you know what? I've gotten some autographs from wrestlers. I'm happy with that. Maybe a photograph. I got a autograph photograph of George Animal Steel choking me, which I love. But I would never try to even pretend to cut a promo with a pro wrestler because I would look like a fucking tool. I know I would lock up or say something stupid. I would just be hacked with a freaking photograph of the guy.
If you ever do, I want you to make sure you send that to us, because we did.
Oh, well, it never happened, Samuel.
No.
I'm too much of a coward to do something like that. I would look like an idiot next to Scott Steiner. I'm a Michigan person, so I like Steiner since they're from Michigan and all.
Yeah, probably a safe bet. Thank you, Snowy.
Hey, have a good weekend, Sam.
All right, buddy. That was one of the funniest things from yesterday's show. We got to watch the video of Scott Steiner and a wrestling fan cutting a promo together. If you missed it, we posted it on O&A Show on Twitter and on Facebook, so you could watch along, and I'm sure it'll be part of the weekend replays as they go on and on. Let's go to Stinky in Kansas. What's up, Stinky?
Morning, Sammy. How you doing, buddy?
Good morning.
I just want to publicly apologize. All of my apologies haven't been lies.
Yeah, well, I feel like this one might be a lie, too.
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
Thank you, Stinky. It's very strange that, he's right. That's the whole Shaq thing. Like, you just come out and apologize for something, even though there is no explanation. Like, it wasn't an accident. It wasn't like, oh, I didn't realize this was going to hurt somebody's feelings. Like, that's something that we've known forever, that if you find somebody whose face looks funny to you, and then you make fun of that face, if that person found out, he would have every right to have his feelings hurt. If we make E-Rock fat jokes, and then E-Rock comes in and says, that hurt my feelings, what are we going to... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize. I didn't know that it would hurt you.
Doesn't work.
E-Rock said it doesn't work. We've apologized to him many times. He doesn't take us seriously whatsoever. And good for him. Speaking of not taking people seriously whatsoever, we spoke to Jenny Hutt yesterday on the Opie and Anthony Show. She decided to drive to work. There was flooding going on here on the East Coast, and she decided not to drive to work, but to drive her kids to school. And she got stuck in a giant puddle. So we called her to find out if there was any update and if she was being rescued from her predicament. Let's go to the Jenny Hutt call from yesterday.
You left your house in your pajamas?
I did. I'm a regular mother.
She leaves her house in her pajamas to drive her kid to school, not knowing that maybe,
Yeah, there might be something might happen and you need to be in clothes.
You look silly.
Let's say it again.
Did you ever watch The Walking Dead?
Yeah. She'd be in pajamas, stuck in pajamas with The Walking Dead chasing her. Did you have slippers on?
Practically, yeah, pretty much. I mean, not slippers.
Were you wearing panties?
I sleep in, sweatpants, but without panties.
So you didn't have panties on. What about a bra?
It's a bit swampy.
Nope.
No bra, no panties, just some little PJs.
Lint ball.
They're not little. I mean, I'm gross.
And then you got up on a guy's back. He definitely felt your pubis, your pubic mound.
And your warm clit.
He felt your labia majora.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw up.
So that's what he was thinking.
Yeah.
Swollen hood.
He felt your vulva.
Yeah. Mushed it in his back like a fucking face up against the window.
Yeah, her legs all spread with just pajamas on.
It's up against their fucking pajamas.
She probably had an orgasm before they got to higher ground.
Yes. Oh, that's sexy now.
Throwing a prosciutto over your shoulder. Yeah.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh, Jenny. What are we going to do with you?
Yeah, it's like being attacked by leeches.
I believe that's all true what they said there. And furthermore, I believe at some point while she was being carried out of her car by the rescue workers, her sweatpants slid down a little bit, and at least the top part of her vagina was exposed. I believe that to be true. The other part of the story that was funny was that we found out afterwards. We knew she was married to a handsome man. We didn't realize he's a bodybuilder, too. We did some Google imaging and just found a picture of this guy with 0% body fat and with just all muscles in board shorts. Going, what are we doing? Well, we're making fun of him. You know why? We're making fun of his wife. You know why? Because that's the guy that picked on us when we were in high school. We'll never look like that. So instead, we're going to make fun of your wife's vagina for a little bit. I'm sorry, sir. She's a member of the family. Rob in New Hampshire. What's up, buddy?
Morning, Samuel.
Good morning.
We're going to have to reset that apology clock.
Again?
Yes, MassGov tweeted that sexual assault is always avoidable.
Is that an apology?
They had to apologize for that tweet.
Oh, jeez.
That's all over the news today.
Oh, boy. We'll get into it. Thank you, Rob. Cags in Jersey.
Morning, Samuel. How
Morning,
are
buddy.
you?
Good.
The dude about the Kevin Durant story missed the best part about that.
Mhm.
They apologized because his mom tweeted at them and freaked out and said that he was reliable, so they had to apologize.
That's what I was wondering. Like, why, if the newspaper said he was unreliable, are they apologizing? That's obviously how they felt. Like, I wish my mom was just emailing people who talk shit about me on Twitter, and I was just getting apologies.
Yeah, well, you have a lot more to apologize for than he did.
God damn it. Goddamn you. Expect a phone call from my mother, Cags.
Yeah, have a great day, Sammy.
Later, buddy. Andrew in Jersey.
Hey, what's up, Sam? I was really surprised you guys didn't know that Jenny Hutt was rich or born rich.
How come?
Well, she talked about it. Her father was the head of a record company back in the 70s. And
I guess we didn't realize, first of all, Bob Kelly was in yesterday, and you heard his voice on that clip, and he didn't know the history. And I think it's just we didn't realize exactly how rich she was. But she is extremely wealthy.
Right, and her brother is a screenwriter. Supposedly he's pretty good, too. He's got some cheddar.
A lot of money in that family. A lot of money in the Hutt dynasty.
Yeah, you should pull up a video of her at her, I don't know if it's a Sweet 16 or Bar Mitzvah. You can see how rich she is.
We watched it yesterday.
Oh, okay, all right.
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, we watched it. We watched it yesterday on the show. I think we tweeted it too at O&A Show on Twitter. If anybody missed that, Bob Kelly was in yesterday. Today, I told you we had some guests. It's going to be a very funny show today. 2 massive comedians in studio. Tammy Pascatelli will be here, making a return to the Opie and Anthony Show. She hasn't been by in a while. She's been doing Ron and Fez. Always good. And Jim Florentine. Florentine stopped by on the Opie and Anthony Show later on this morning. And when comedians, especially a guy like Florentine, are in studio, it becomes the danger zone. You don't know who's going to get thrown under the bus. You don't know what little thing that you say is going to get twisted around and used against you. You're in the middle of a conversation, and all of a sudden, one little detail that you thought was just a nice contribution has become a death sentence. We've all been there, and yesterday, Opie was there because he admitted that he takes baths. Bob Kelly was in studio, Jim Norton was in studio, and they bring out the worst in each other. And Opie admitted that he likes to take a bath, so this is the result of that.
A lot of guys shave.
I do the summer shave down, just get it all nice. Twice a year, maybe.
And
then maybe a late fall, and then that's it.
Getting cut shaving your legs by your wife.
Oh, boy.
You gotta be careful. No, it's more of a trim down, to be honest.
The razor.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
The electric.
with a thing on it, so it doesn't go too short.
You don't foam your legs up. You don't foam your legs up.
You
And do you put one leg up on the bench?
So what do you use to exfoliate your legs with, Hope?
What kind of lotion afterwards?
Yeah.
What scent?
What kind of bath do you take?
Yeah.
I like taking a good bath.
You do not.
You like a good bath?
Absolutely.
A bath?
I don't know
What
why.
the fuck?
I come from a bath family.
Oh, you put oils
I
in there?
soak.
No way.
I turn my whole body lobster red.
Do you understand a bath is the shittiest thing in the world? That's like shitting in a hole.
No, because I don't like standing. so
get a bench like a man.
No,
you know what I did in my
lay
new
in the
shower?
water and I check my numbers on my phone or read a little book for a little bit.
God,
and
you're
then
a fucking divorced woman.
Then I rinse off with a shower and I'm good.
Do you have an Opie candle?
I do take more baths than my wife.
Are you shitting me?
Every day. Every day I go in for a soak.
Wow.
I ripped my bath out in the new house. It's gone. I put a walk-in shower that 4 guys can stand tummy to tummy, tip to tip in.
Yeah. And you thought that out.
And then I got a bench, and this time I put a shower over the bench. its own shower head. So when you sit on the bench, you don't have to turn the thing towards you.
Yeah.
You have your own shower massage head right over your body.
I like to soak.
That is.
Here's what my
Japanese soaking tub.
I like to soak.
I honestly don't know if I can support either of those two things. I think having a bench in the shower is one of the laziest things you can possibly do. Just stand up for a little while. But the bath thing, I don't remember I feel so stupid in the bath. I can't imagine taking a bath every day. The last time I took a bath was probably 2 years ago, and I was like, oh, let me just try to take a bath. It's been a while. And I just sat there in my stupid bathtub that was probably installed in 1978 in my apartment, and my little wiener was just floating above the water. And I was sitting there going, this is the worst thing I've ever done. What a waste of time this whole thing is. I could be in and out of the shower by now. I guess Opie likes a good soak, but I can't imagine. He got into more of his bath time activities. I mean, unless you're going to give me a boat, or if I have a pool-sized bathtub like Francis and Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and I have some battleships in the pool-sized bathtub with me, then I'll take a bath. Because Francis was having the time of his life. But aside from that, I just don't see it happening. Opie, though, has figured out his bath time activities. Let's take a listen to the next clip.
I would never take a bath alone. That's silly.
Yeah. You have a sound. You have a sound machine.
No, I don't.
Like waves of the ocean and the.
If you need to say that for the bit, it's okay. But I don't.
You get your little BlackBerry.
I will check numbers. I will play Candy Crush, and every once in a while, I'll read a couple pages of a book.
Read a nice.
You read a book in a tub?
Not like a
Joy Luck Club.
And not like a romance novel or anything.
No, nothing wrong with that. And they grabbed her and hung her over the side of the mountain and kissed her passionately as the werewolf howled in the back.
One with the long hair illustrated guy on the cover, holding the woman in some fucking Southern Belle dress.
Love making the harlot.
Yes.
It looks like Opie with faded jeans and long hair on the cover of the book.
I'm reading Bob Saget's book, actually.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to get back into reading.
In the tub with Bob.
Trying.
Fucking reading is...
Wow, that's...
Trying. It's not easy, though, with kids running in and out.
That's like
and wanting to jump
also
in my fucking bath.
The alone time, right?
Yeah. That's really what it's about. Just go soak for a little bit.
I get the alone time, but I don't think I could do the book thing either, especially if it's somebody you know. Because I've been in situations where I'm nude and I'm watching either on TV or on YouTube or something, or I'm reading something that somebody I know is involved in. Like if Hot 97 has a VH1 reality show. And I know one of the guys on it. And if I watch that show nude, I feel very uncomfortable because it's a friend of mine, and I feel like there's a sexual element has been added to it. That I'm sure that's just my hang up, but I can't be privy to any of the people that I know and their creative outings if I'm nude. It's not the right spot. When I'm nude, I instantly think, when should I start masturbating? And so if that's in my mind somewhere, it's not an appropriate thing. And that's probably my hang up. But Kevin in New York.
Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
It just dawned on me when I was re-listening to your replay. Bobby Kelly the fat fuck put in a handicap shower.
I mean, look, I love Bob Kelly, but if I were in Opie's position, I probably would have tried to turn that around and point out the fact that what the fuck are you doing with a shower bench?
Yeah, that's for a handicap person for his wheelchair.
Right, it's for somebody who can't stand up, not who doesn't want to stand up.
Exactly. Have a good morning, Sam.
Thanks, buddy. Let's go to Jeff in Philly.
Morning, Samuel.
Good morning.
Hey, I just thought it was brilliant the way they ended yesterday. The Opster threw it down pretty hard. He put out that piece about the getting everyone hooked on the iPad. You could just tell Kelly was just
drove him nuts. Bob Kelly, he takes credit for starting the interest in the iPad. I don't know if that's true at this point. While we're in Philly, why don't we make a stop off with everybody's favorite celebrity phone caller, Superfan Eric.
Oh, freaking Sam Roberts, professional broadcaster. I'm so freaking fired up today. It's Friday. I'm past my Flyers loss. The Phillies play tonight. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be 70 out, Sam. I'm fucking fired up to play some hoagies today.
I'm glad that you're the weather guy now. I did notice that you took yesterday's show off because you wanted to. I guess you were fired down a little bit because the Flyers What happened with the? We all know at this point what happened with the Fly. I want you to know, Superfan Eric, I'm getting NHL updates on my Twitter because you have created such a buzz with your phone calls here on the pre-show.
Well, that's what I'm here to do, Sam. I'm here to get you fired up. I'm here to get the fans of the pre-show fired up. I'm here to get Opie and Anthony fired up. I'm here to get everybody fired up. And if it means going to your Twitter and I'm taking over Twitter, the universe, then so be it.
My question is, now that you have all this energy, what are you going to spend the day doing with it?
Oh, today I'm all fired. I don't know. I'm so fired up today after yesterday's down. I don't even know if I can put any boost in the hoagies today. But I am going to make hoagies. I guarantee you that. As the sun's rise, I'm making hoagies, man. I am on it.
All right. Well, you enjoy yourself today.
Hey, Sam, less than 48 hours, and we're back at it again.
Right. I think it'll be more than 48 hours because Saturday and Sunday. But
my man's off a little bit.
I know you're
a little twisted.
You're not a mathematician. You make hoagies.
That's true. And I root for my Flyers. And God, you know what? Before you know, it's going to be Labor Day, and NHL training camp's going to be here. My Flyers will be back on the ice, and we're going to be all fired up.
You're right. I love the positivity. PMA, baby. Thank you, Superfan Eric.
Thank you, Sam Roberts.
You're welcome. Superfan Eric, ladies and gentlemen. That wasn't the only thing that Opie got thrown under the bus for yesterday. Again, he's just trying to contribute to the conversation, and the snipers are in the room. We were talking about stealing things yesterday, and apparently Opie decided that Opie admitted to stealing something that's the wrong thing to steal. Let's go to track 12.
Maybe he just wanted to steal.
How does he have money?
What do you think? What do you mean he wanted to steal?
Maybe he just wanted to steal them.
What, just like it's like a
like
thing.
Stealing
Some
things.
people love stealing like Neil Mariah.
I love stealing things.
I mean, it is a fucking.
Yeah,
it's a high. I've stolen stuff.
Well, recently?
No, not recently.
Jokes.
No, I wish I did. I actually should.
Obviously, he hasn't stole jokes.
Big ticket items, or
It's like that you did my joke better than me.
I know. Sorry.
big ticket items, or what?
Just rewording it for you.
Candy.
No, when I was a kid, I used to. I was on the streets. So
Candy
I
was
used to steal
like
food, and
candy was like money when you were a kid. It was like bank robbery. Like you were so excited to get a fucking little candy bar and steal it.
Remember in the supermarkets they had the big bins of chocolates, and candy, and you could walk over and just eat them,
you
at your
just
will.
grab a handful.
I sample throughout the whole supermarket to this day.
You still do it?
Do you know what's a great one?
I eat radishes because I'm like, I'm not going to buy a whole bunch of radishes. I just want one.
You want you eat a radish?
That is the fucking whitest thing I've ever heard you say.
Everything in the supermarket you could grab and nibble on.
We're talking about eating chocolates and candy.
Well, those you got to unwrap and stuff.
Pushing your cart as you hop along with little pellets falling out of your ass.
Do you make a little duty in the cart?
Do you shit out little balls while you eat your radish?
I love a good radish, but I don't want to buy them because I don't eat that many.
Who eats one radish?
I
How
don't
do you
know.
eat a raw radish?
And then it's obvious that I pulled one off the bunch or whatever it's called.
I can understand the grapes. You pass by those.
I do grapes.
Grab some
grapes
of those.
That's rookie shit.
Even string beans and stuff. You
grapes are
healthy though. You
but
don't
a
wash them.
radish.
Grapes, that's
Why don't you grab an
easy.
onion on your way out?
No.
Yeah.
You don't like a good radish?
No.
Not a dirty radish?
I don't like a radish in a salad. You can go fuck yourself with a radish.
Fucking
I like a
radish.
good radish.
You could hear in the setup, if you knew that was coming, Opie was just going along with the conversation that was happening, and all of a sudden the sniper's in the room, twisted. It gets twisted. Andrew in Portland.
Yes.
What's up,
hey,
buddy?
what's going on, man?
How you doing?
I was calling for O&A, but I guess I can talk to you. I'm calling in about...
Oh, so sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, I love you, Sam.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're great. But you're a fan of Jay-Z, and that's why I'm calling in about him.
Well, what
you might be a little biased.
Why biased as to what?
That you're going to take his side. He's a partial owner of the Brooklyn Nets.
See, people have been saying that, but I think he gave up. Didn't he give up his ownership? Adrian, do you know sports? I think Jay-Z gave up his partial ownership when he became a sports agent because you can't be a sports agent and an owner. Isn't that right? Yeah, I think he sold his share, so he's allowed to, especially, and he's allowed, because he uses the A, too, so it's not as offensive.
Well, you know what, Sam? Then I got nothing.
I'll talk to you later, buddy. Yeah. I got the facts, baby. Don't fuck with Sam Roberts. You know who else you can't fuck with? Opie and Anthony. You know why? Because they got so much on the table for today. There's a clip that Travis and me were laughing our balls off in the office before I jumped on to do the pre-show of Al Sharpton choking on TV last night. Did you see it? Oh my God, it's so funny. My prediction is we'll play this clip several times today on the Opie and Anthony Show. Louis C.K. was on Letterman last night. We got a clip from that. Tammy Pescatelli in studio. Jim Florentine in studio. Where does the apology clock lie? We find out all of this information right away because the Opie and Anthony Show starts right now.